Good afternoon. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. Central, as I get to ride home with you in the afternoon. It's always a fun run. You know, you can find us on the radio, icradio.media. Another way you can find us is on television, channel 182, local to North Alabama. Channel 182 on Charter Communications. You can also find us on television, on Abundant Television, syndicated. You can find us there at Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thanks to Rob Batts for making that happen. You know, you can also find the podcast on thenewscasters.com. And it's all about the truth. If you don't want to hear the truth, don't go there. You'll get your feelings hurt. So anyway, check out all the wonderful talk show hosts who are part of that as well. Again, thank you so much for being with us. Oh, and by the way, any ideas for shows? You know, you're the boss of me. You tell me what to do. So if you have any suggestions, or you just want me to do a little research for you. I was the geek in school who hung out at the library, so it's my thing. So send an email to donna@donnasedge.com. I'll be glad to take care of it for you. I'm really excited to be talking with this couple right now, Kraig and Desiree, and they're with Xtreme Recognition. What's that all about? Sounds exciting.
Well, it is, and it's something that we started a long time ago. It seems like forever ago, where we put together recognition programs for companies and incentive programs, and we started doing that back in '91. My gosh, and helping companies retain employees, how to recognize, and the power, helping companies understand the power of recognition, and then my wife came on board. It was a short time after that where we all of a sudden were asked to do promotional products. So anything that has your logo on it, whether it's apparel, hats, all the drinkware, you know, the mugs and travel mugs, it's like anything. So now all of a sudden I brought her in to help that part of it. And so now it's just it's kind of just really kind of taken off from where we first started. That's for sure.
Well, I think that's really amazing. And I have shirts that have my company name on it, Donna's Edge Talk Show. Mm-hmm. And you can be anywhere. We like to travel on our wedding anniversaries, go some out of state, you know, out of the area. And I will wear those shirts because I never know where a customer is going to be. You'll say Donna's Edge. Anybody is going to stop you at any time and say, what's that? What's Donna's Edge? They will stop you and ask you the caps, whatever you have. It's important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it is. And sometimes people think that it has to be expensive or it's too much, but man, you can just the brand, you know, if it's on the right item. And I always tell people, like when they do these shows where you're going to be handing out a lot of a single item, use something that they're going to see, touch, and feel more so than anything else, that they don't just put it in a bag and then 6 months later it's sitting in the bag. I mean, just even the silly, I mean, how many little chip clips can you have and with a magnet you stick on the fridge,
and you still run out when you need them.
You still run out when you need them. But
when you're a chip lover.
Yeah. Lover, or you hang up or you hang the kids' pictures up on the fridge. Yeah, absolutely. And those are inexpensive.
Now, what about companies who are just looking for handouts, you know, just giving ink pens and things like that? What's the most popular thing people are putting their logos on now?
I'd say the number one item that we do is tumblers. The Stanley look-alike knockoffs. We do so many tumblers. We do a lot of pens too, but it almost pales in comparison to the number of tumblers. And I don't know about you, but I love drinking. So my very favorite tumbler is Bison. And I love my little Bison tumbler because, you know, a lot of people like the big, 40, 30, 22 ounce, whatever. I like the small one because I like my coffee really hot and I drink it kind of slow. And so it's perfect because then it refills quickly. And so, but yeah, I think that's probably one of the top items that we do.
Yeah.
And blankets. I love blankets because to me, when you get a soft, the really soft, nice velvety touch blankets, to me, when a company gives that, it's saying security, warmth, protection, covering. And kids use them, parents use them, visitors when they come over, you know, in the winter, you just leave them out on your couch. So it's very visible. So that is one of my very favorite gifts to have customers order.
Yeah, we do a lot of those.
Mm-hmm.
So the people, your customers, do they need to maybe? And so we used to be the owners of some cell phone companies. We had 8 locations in Alabama, and I would find things that pertain to cell phones because, you know, that was a connection to my business. Do you suggest that to your customers?
Yeah, we do proposals up. They'll say, you know, I'm sending out 1,000 of whatever item. My price point is between $3 and $5 or whatever it might be. And so we'll put together and, you know, try to find things that look similar to what they're doing, and like those little squishy stress balls, you know, in the different shapes of different
we can all
and
use
hard
those.
hats.
Yeah.
Yes. And so those kinds of things, or the little fun pins with the little wild hair. To me, if it can put a smile on someone's face and you just like to look at it or, you know, mess with it, it's keeping it in front of. But to me, the best things to get are the things that people are actually going to use, because so many things get thrown in the garbage. And we get so many trinkety items that we kind of are like, let's.
Yeah, it's almost like you do a really good job. I hear her all the time upselling. You know, someone wants to do the little, just, you know, I mean, you've got these everywhere. I get it. But so many times, again, they stay in the bag or you get it and it's, you know, you toss it. But if you can upsell them on something that they're gonna use more often, I think you're gonna see a higher return on that investment. Again, because they're gonna see your brand, and that's really what you're wanting. You know, the people to do is to see that brand and remember what that stands for.
Well, we were just at the NRB in Nashville, the conference there, and they were giving out all kinds of, you know, we got a lot of trinkety things. But my very favorite one, and the only one I actually showed it to a customer, and a customer's ordering it because of, and it's a light up pen. And so there's lots of great pens out there, nice writing pens, but it's like you want your logo to shine. And so to me, it's like, well, better way than to have your name light up.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of a little fun thing that people like, kids would like, and adults, you know, just something to make it one step above.
I've got something you might want to share also with your customers. And I still had this ink pen. And so I was at a company. I used to work commercial accounting executive with GTE back in the day. And so I was at a construction company, a Chocolaca construction company. They were a huge firm in Alabama. And so I would run up the contract, and then I get back in the car and I'm looking at the pen, and the pen says, "This pen stolen from Chocolaca Construction Company." And I still had it. So I walked in and I said, "I'm so sorry." I said, I'll never rob a bank, but I will steal your ink pen."
Yeah.
They said, "No, keep it." They said, we keep that, and I'll give you a stack of them to hand out. But it's just something, a little catchy phrase or something like that.
Yeah.
Also kind of helps. I still have that pen. And that was back in the 1980s.
Really?
Wow.
Is it still working?
No.
Oh, it ran out of ink. But you
I just think it's cool. And every time I want to chuckle,
Yeah.
and I'm friends with those people because my customers all turned into friends with me. And so I look at what Jack's, it was like, yeah, this is Jack's pen, you know, so it just brings back a little bit of memories. Now, do you guys also help people with design? You know, because not everybody is a designer.
Yes, we do. They'll come with an idea of something they want, and then we have a graphics person that will put it together. And but also, one of the things you said about, you know, wanting to keep something, like you just thought it was a catchy phrase, and you still have that pin. And one of the things for us is, I don't like to sell, like, t-shirts are one thing. You can get great t-shirts, low cost and that. But when people are looking for polo shirts or quarter zips, I really think quality matters. And yes, you can get an inexpensive quarter zip or inexpensive polo that looks great for the first 3 or 4 washings, maybe 5, and then the collars start to turn, it loses its shape or gets wide. And I just think people don't, they just don't know that if you buy a higher quality item, like I love Cutter and Buck, I love Callaway, you know, like it doesn't have to be the high end of it, but when you know, buy those polo shirts or quarter zips, you are getting more bang for your buck.
Yep.
It's going to last you longer. You're not going to have to replace. And when your salespeople or whoever it is, corporate execs are going out, they are looking sharp, and it doesn't look where the collar's yucky, it's fading, it's misshaped. And then you're having to, you know, reorder them anyways because they don't look good. So to me, I think when people feel good, they look good, and they're going to, you know, be more of a perform better for you as a salesperson.
Yeah. That's good.
But then as a customer, we have general maintenance we need to be aware of too. Don't wash them in bleach water with the towels. And, you know, maybe put an iron to them if once. You know, that kind of helps too.
That does, because not everybody knows how to get the wrinkles out.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Absolutely. That's all part of the deal too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what colors are people choosing right now? What's the hot colors?
Well, I love it when we have a customer that will be like, oh, we can do a pretty pink or hot pink, or, you know, in fact, we just did this women's conference, a bunch of their clothing. And so they're picking out the pretty colors. They did this tumbler that's a bubblegum color, hot pink, and it's so pretty. And to me, just fun colors like that. But we do the most black and navy and gray.
Yeah.
That is the most common because it goes with everything that you know, if you're wearing jeans or slacks or khakis, it's going to match. And so when people are going out, not everybody has the high fashion sense or knowing of what matches. So if you keep it easy, I think chances are they're going to hit the mark.
I mean, it's kind of funny, Donna, because
put some pearls with it.
You go.
Right, that's right.
There you go. But it's kind of funny because this was the first conference that we did, the NRB, that we did not go in under Xtreme Recognition. This year we went in under Ignite Christian Business, which is the other business that we run as well. We're pretty excited about what God's doing there, and it was I noticed walking by the different booths that you know people would have these branded apparel, you know, that they purchase from a company like ours. But it kind of clashed with the background. It kind of clashed with, you know, the whole theme. And it's like, you almost need to take that into consideration. But I didn't notice it before, but this time around, you know, we're there under a totally different business. And, but I noticed it. And to me, it's like, you know, you spend that much money on a conference or on a product show, whatever it might be, and the people at your booth don't match, or it doesn't match your background. It kind of clashes. So to me, it's the whole thing that you need to consider and you know, kind of make that blend or match or something.
The eye appeal.
Totally agree. You know something? The eye appeal, it really does. And I'll use this for an example. Behind me, virtual ads with my customers. And so some of them I've had to work with them a little bit on keeping it simple, because they'll put, like, you know, the complete address to 10 stores on it, all 10 telephone numbers and all that kind of stuff. Like the Dollar General sign right there. Okay. I mean, that sticks out. I mean, it's yellow and it has the black. And then I have a lot of restaurants. One lady has a restaurant called the Hatter Cafe, and it's a home business. It's a mom and pop, but I'm going to tell you, they have folks who come in from all over the country. It's a vacation spot in Mentone, Alabama. And so all she has is kind of like Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter. She just has a picture of a hat, and it looks like the Mad Hatter's hat, and it says the Hatter on it. And that's all she has to have. And so the first one she gave me it had everything in the world on it. And I said, but what you're looking for is it's going to be that you want them to see a complete logo of you. When they see that hat, that's going to make all the difference. They're all going to know it's the Hatter. And then, Facebook is easy now. They can find out all kinds of information about your business. And you just want them a place to go search for you. You know something, folks? We've got to go into a commercial break. Over half the show is already gone. So let's go ahead and cut commercials. We'll be right back.
Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors, and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer
yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant.
We're back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, from 1 to 3 p.m. Central. I get to ride home with you in the afternoon. Yeah, I get to ride home with you. I look forward to spending every single day with you. You can find us on television, Channel 182 on Charter Communications, Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Don't forget the podcast. You can find us there at thenewscasters.com. Again, thank you so much for watching. And send email. I love your emails. And I'll be glad to do some research for you. We just talked about customer service on the previous show, right before we got to this one with Kraig and Desiree. You know something? It's all about your logo, and it's about reaching the customers and getting there. How friendly does a logo need to look? You know what I mean by friendly?
Yeah, I'm kind of a logo police person because when I am out and about, I'll be sorry, a little Canadian came out in me when I said that, but when I'm out and I'm looking and I see people's logos on things, sometimes they're absolutely massive and sometimes they're really, they pucker on the fabric, and I'd be like, oh, no, that is not okay. And then sometimes they're so busy that it's hard when there's so much detail. To me, simplicity is perfect because people can read it, they can see, and it matches so much nicer with, certain colors of clothing if you minimize the colors in a logo. And so, yeah, I just think that that's one of the key things is to keep it under like 2.5 inches wide would be like the preference. And you had just mentioned about customer service. And I think that is key because we've had customers for, golly, 20 some years, and they're just dear to us. Like we hug them, we love them. And we try to give the very best customer service and that you can. And it means going above and beyond. And it's like, yes, I'll get back to you. Let me, and have a great day. But to be genuine with that and not just, like I'm saying this just to say it, but that you really do genuinely care about your customers and to let them feel that you do, I think is very important.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your customer base. Are your customers basically all over the country, maybe all over the world at this point?
Yeah, they're spread out pretty good. I mean, we have our core right here in the Midwest, but yeah, we stretch out. It's pretty interesting because someone will leave a company that is a buyer, or they're in marketing or human resources, and they'll go to a different company. And like Desiree was saying, you provide that customer service. What do they want to do? They want to take you with them to their next adventure, to their next job, and that's how we get spread out more than anything, more than the social media or anything else. It's just kind of been word of mouth, and you talked about brand and what you want your logo to be able to do, and I tell you, I come back to this Ignite Christian Business, and because we started over with a whole nother business that we felt the Lord laid on our heart to be able to step out and do this. And when you look at the logo, you look at it's just the word Ignite Christian Business. What do you want that to mean? What do you want people to think about when they see that brand? And it's almost been you don't even realize it until we're sitting there talking to you, Donna, about, my gosh, we're going through that as we speak, because we're doing a conference coming up May 16th and 17th, and it's our fourth conference. And but yet at the same time, it's like, okay, when people see that, what does that stand for? What does that mean? Mm-hmm. And it's like you have to get that vision out there, what that mission is, and you have to do it in a way where it's remembered. And that's what you want more so than anything. So again, that question that you asked, I think it's a good question, but I think sometimes we overlook it and look at what it, hey, I've got my logo. Okay. But what does that logo mean? What do you want it to mean when somebody sees that logo? And to me, that's a big deal. And it's a deal. It's part where a lot of people miss that.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. Now, do you guys also provide magnets for cars?
We do. So especially this time of year, with the political, all the things that are going on there. So it can be magnets for cars, and it can be signs. Donna, it can be absolutely anything. I mean, water
hundreds
bottles.
of thousands.
Yeah.
If you go to our website, you could literally put in, just if you put Tumblr in, it would bring up so many different, it'll bring up the ones that we prefer. Like we have a preferred suppliers list that would be on there. So the ones that we use the most, and because like I said before, quality, and because you want them to, when they get a tumbler, to be like, oh, I love this tumbler. I'm going to take it in my car. I'm taking it to the beach. I'm taking it to my kids' sporting events, because it works. Not one that is like, nice. It's got the logo on there. That's really great, but it's going in my cupboard and I might use it once in a while or let my kids use it. And that's kind of it, because you want people to just be like, I love my mug and I take it everywhere with me. And so that's when your logo gets the most exposure.
I think so too. Let's talk a little bit about employee recognition. You know, you got to take good care of your employees. And when they go above and beyond the call of duty for customer service or sales or whatever, what do you suggest a company buy for those superstars?
You know, Donna, that's such a great question, and it's a question that so many companies are asking, and it's like we've almost gone into phases to where it used to be. You know, when I first started, it was the old great big overpriced lapel pins that were solid gold, and you just had to have that, and it had the stones that represented, 5 years or 10 years. And again, those are important. Then we started to get into more of the lifestyle gift choices, gift items. And I was always taught, and I know it's true, it's not what you give, but it's the way that you give it. That is going to mean to have that impact. And again, you want to put something in their hand that they're going to see and look at, and more than just see that gift item, but they're going to remember that moment that they stood in front of a small group of peers and they were recognized for, maybe it's safety, maybe it's sales, maybe it's years of service. But we've kind of gone in a circle here to where we got into so much technology, and the technology can do so many different things, and it does everything. But what it tried to do is, what we tried to make it do is almost take the place of a manager or somebody in upper management to make that presentation to that employee, because the employees are spread out. Now we're at home. But at the same time, it's not working very well. And, there's so many programs that we do. Gosh, we do, how many programs we do now? It's just a gift card. It's cash. And you'll do a survey with an employee and you'll say, hey, what did you get for your 10 years of service? And they'll say, oh, I got $100 or I got $200, whatever it might be. And then you ask them what they went and did with that, and then they can't tell you. But an effective recognition program that they actually give a gift, they can tell you what they got. They can tell you who was there or who was the people that meant the most to them that were at that presentation. And to me, it's like we almost need to step back a little bit and reevaluate some of the things that we've actually put into place, and almost go back to the basics, to where the manager, especially the frontline manager, Donna, those are the people that you're fighting these battles with on the front lines. These people know you, and they know, at least they should. Those are the ones that really should be making those presentations to those employees, not a system that's gonna send you a text or send you an email and say, Donna, great job. You've been here for 15 years. Click this link and go choose a gift. Well, that's nice, but is that recognition? I don't think that is. That's a gift collection. But the recognition piece
Kraig,
is something.
Desiree, we're going to have to call it a day. We're going to have to call it a day. Oh my God, I can't believe how fast 30 minutes went by. Go ahead and get your website address again. How can folks find out more about you?
It's xrgifts.com. Just the letter X, the letter R, and gifts, like Christmas gifts. xrgifts.com.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for being on the show today.
Thank
It was
you
a pleasure.
so
It was
much.
almost fun.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching this show. Thank you for watching Donna's Edge. We'll see you in just a few minutes with another exciting guest. We'll be right back.